Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chit-chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, it is early morning that today I've gotten sometimes free out. Maybe at this auspicious morning to engage with you and to this video going forward. You know, the reasons why I've come this early, because I saw a particular kind of video that Amqarol decided to go tirade, and always as being that she's so obsessed with Deemwango. At this time, it was highly kind of a toxic, and that one really describes the jealousy, describes the hatred that she's having towards Deemwango. Well, we know the reasons, because you cannot afford that lifestyle. So guys, without further ado, let's dive in and watch Amqarol disparaging, going tirade against Deemwango, and what she had to say. Then we will come and dissect and analyzing it.
It's expensive,
as it's supposed to be.
Sometimes they borrow money, sometimes they do. So this time I was looking around, I was like, okay, you burn the bridges over the other side, you burn the bridges over this other side. So who are you going to get the money from? Definitely it's from Kino, because now Kino was the closest friend. Definitely. But did Kino give out enough money? Because if Kino would have given out enough money, Deemwango would have been still in America. Why is she back in Africa? Why is she back in Africa? She should have been back. She should have been going from places. She should have been, you know, posing and showing us all those lifestyles, you know. You know, she should have been going from this state to the next state to the next state. Why was she jumping around? Oh, I'm going to Mexico. Oh, I'm going to here. Not vibing at all. And the people in America, I was so shocked with you. You people, when this girl comes to your country, you don't watch her. What is your problem? Americans in the house. You don't watch this girl until when she comes back in Kenya, and then you start giving her so many views. When she's there in America, you people, you never gave her those views. You leave us reactors to be watching these people. Why can't you also support them? You too. Happy birthday to me, Amqarol, guys. We move. We move. That was my 1 cent. I said, oh, this girl never had the money. She left. The life was not lifing. Lifestyle was not lifestyling. She had to come back. And now you can see what is happening. Go and listen to JT's live. JT. Nairobi teacher, thank you so much for joining us. They said that even Castor was supporting. Me, I was not there when Castor was supporting. I don't know if really Castor, how much did Castor give him? If she is investing in Deemwango to get those views, because yes, the views are really growing from Castor's side if you check. So Castor is castoring, supporting this girl because it is what it is, guys. I've been looking at Deemwango. The vibe is not vibing at all. The bragging has gone down. The girl, she's not herself. Like, I'm looking at her and I'm like, this is not the Deemwango I know. You know, the bragging and everything is just not there. She has really like lowered herself. Like, I'm like, yo, sis, I thought you said you want to be alone at the top. You don't want to be using these other people who are subscribers, young subscribers. They will spoil you. They will do this. They want this from you. What do you want from Castor? Why are you with Castor? Is she not a small YouTuber? Why are you going around with her? Sis, what is the problem? Why are you staying at the hostels in Diani? Why are you moving all over the place? I hear Castor's paid even for the air tickets. Oh my goodness. Are you borrowing more and more and more? Guys, it's just a disaster. Actually, I've been looking at her and I've seen a lot of minors, like negatives running around her. And I'm like, sis, you said this issue of sitting around and bragging is not a good thing. Oh, I beat my chest like I say, stop beating your chest. You see, in this world, it's all about valleys and mountains. It's all about valleys and mountains. Today you are up, tomorrow you are down. Be humble. Be humble. The people who like beating their chest. Ha 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 ha! See where they are. See there, guys. Did you see Miss Trudy subscribers? 440. And Deemwango 444. How many subscribers? Only 4. The difference of 4 subscribers. Who would have known? Who would have known? Hey, Deemwango, where are you? What is happening? Humble sees. Oh, she said she's my daughter. She said she's of my daughter's
First and foremost, you've
age.
seen the rants and
My
you've seen the
daughter is 16
vexations,
and
which are somehow negative, toxic, and baseless. You know, then at the same time, she calls herself not a reactor, but a video analyst. Hogwash. This is not how to analyze a video. When you're analyzing a video, you must bring in the fairness and you must bring in the tangible evidence and historical backing and the current backing that will, however, cuts across the edge and gives you the real fact. You know, as you claim you're a video analyst, this one is shortfall, cannot even constitute 0.01%. However negligible value that is, it's way far below. You know, it is null and voidable. From that video itself, this video was done at the moment that Amqarol was drinking and was a drunk, was sipping a wine, however that turns her to be so toxic and engage itself in a tirade or in a verbal verbosity that were, however, baseless and not making sense going forward. One, you're charging ID to be borrowing. Who doesn't borrow? Even you yourself, where you are, you've been borrowing. And you're qualifying the fact that even Ivan Venture said traveling is not easy. Whether you have money or not money, at one point of your lifetime, you must borrow. So there's no problem whether he borrows money or not. The fact is, did she return the money that she owed? Yes, so objectively. So what is your point, Mr. or Mrs. Madam? The drunkenness in you was speaking. It wasn't you, but it now tells the character. Or the drunkenness in you was just a promoter or an escalator of what was hidden in you. Now it's coming out. It was a rant that was, I found it so hogwash. Secondly, you are saying Deemwango left USA because she was broke. Not forgetting that Deemwango belongs to Africa. Deemwango came back home to celebrate his birthday, her birthday. At the same part of your mouth, you involve yourself in a double speak. When Deemwango goes to America, you don't want Deemwango to be in USA. When Deemwango comes back home, you don't want Deemwango to be back at home. Now you are here ranting. Which way, Mr. Video and Mrs. The video analysis? We're still wondering what kind of a double speak it is. So this video is just like to make you realize that what you are coming forth to put onto this camera are just useless. BS, big time. At the same time, here you are saying Deemwango traveled to Zanzibar. That who travels to Zanzibar? Have you ever gone to Zanzibar yourself? You haven't. One day try and go to Zanzibar. Then you'll get to know why people usually go to Zanzibar. And what is the problem when Deemwango works with Castor? You have any problem with that? What is the problem when Deemwango viewership increase when Deemwango is back at home? Really tells you that Deemwango is genuine and viewership is genuine, not both. So that's a jealousness about Deemwango getting viewership. Deemwango when in US that people doesn't view. It's none up to you. It doesn't matter. You are not here to tell people what to watch and what not to watch. Whether you watch D to give your stale analysis, it doesn't matter. D doesn't owe you a part of a dime in her lifestyle. That is her lifestyle. You are complaining that now Deemwango is low. and has gone back to low class. Not forgetting, at one point, when Deemwango upgraded the life, you guys claiming that Deemwango is a village girl, that Deemwango should not change the lifestyle. Now when Deemwango comes home as a typical African, on the same voice notes, you complain. Why so? And why the double speak? Where do you want Deemwango to be? You castigate Deemwango when Deemwango is on international front and behave like international front people. You behave and go tired. When Deemwango comes back to the village and being a village typical girl, you have problem with that. What is your issue? Well, that is where the mishap of your analysis is toxic or is waging on a personal vendetta. Always obsessed with the Deemwango's lifestyle. Always obsessed with Deemwango's move. What is your own problem with the Deemwango? If you're having a war with the Deemwango, just declare it here that I'm having a war with this lady. Let the lady bring it on so that we get to know. That is it only. But to a point whereby you want to attack, you want to disparage, and there's something substantial you're saying, that's hogwash. What you put into your YouTube reaction, because you're saying, telling people they have to call you a reactor. You're a reactor because what you're doing is not an analysis. What you're doing is not analysis. Analysis involves different variables. And it must be a variance, and you must compare and contrast. Not verbal diarrhea, not anything still with opinionated kind of attitude that are not making sense. And also must have been so constructive, not taking sides. That's what we call analysis, and giving your opinion at the end of the video. But yours, calling people name, digging information that sometimes are not warranted for in this YouTube street, then you call it analysis? No, you are a reactor. However much you cautioned me never to call you a reactor, you are a reactor. That is big time. You haven't gathered the oomph and the courage and the muscles for you to sustain the analysis itself, because it's expensive, because it involves research, and you cannot do that research. You need something that is so easy that you can just come in front of your camera, then you say it go. It is draining. You cannot. And that one I'm telling you for free. So guys, what as exhibited in this video itself is just pure jealousy, pure hatred for Deemwango. Lack of content, but bringing anything in form of content to chide, to lace his content with the Deemwango's name, because it's easily sellable. People will come and worship will come. You know? So guys, I'm wondering, there's another issue that is cropping up, as always, and this issue, I did almost 4 videos extensively about it, which I have dispensed with it. But today, I don't want to involve myself to discuss the video that I already discussed about the Fello the boy and Sir Edward, the money heist. The reasons why I did it, because people who are close cahoots with Fello the boy never wanted to bring all these facts out. Only Masubo one came in, and that one really made their close friends to depart from him. It was called name because it was the only interested one by that time to come and unearth or unravel all this money heist. I hope you're understanding me. To a point, even Amqarol differentiated himself that he never wanted to talk about that issue because he's still doing investigation. Up to now, no investigation that's unraveled, and she never spoke about it. Now yesterday he come up ranting that because of the issue of the boy, he had called Fello the boy of telling him. Now you had audacity of calling Fello the boy to verify the information, and you kept it underwater. But when anytime I am Marwa issue, anytime when Mayuguno issue, you are not even confirming. You hear it within a second or within a minute. When MRI is still on his live stream, you already live streaming all these issues going forward. It really shows how doublespeak, how hatred and jealousy you are about the Marwas going forward. So the fact still stands that you're voting for the Fello the boy. You're involved in this scam that you never wanted Fello the boy to speak, because if you would have come out to speak, Fello the boy would have spilled the beans. Guys, I want to tell you the reasons why I'm bringing in issue. Because Amqarol talked about it. But what is the main reasons behind it that people don't know? Sir Edward, no, Liti is the real name, aka Sir Edward, the encapsulated name because they never wanted people to know him, is now very sick and in need of medical assistance. Something that really prompted Liti's sister, who called in Maxwan to come and intervene. Why was he calling Maxwan? He was calling Maxwan because he needed help from Maxwan. That Maxwan should go ahead and dispose of his property where they entrusted Fello the boy to build. But the many challenge or the stumbling block, and where the rubber meets the road, it's the cost. Because Maxwan is been told to go and dispose of the property worth Kenya shillings 7 million. As you are aware, Liti said he spent 8.9 million Kenya shillings worth that cash, something about 42 to 50,000 USD. Now he expects that money back. Maxwan narrated and said he had washed his hand from that project. And I will tell you the reasons why Maxwan never wanted to talk about that project from day one. And the reasons why Maxwan is now washing his hand from that entire project, because it's not because of the principle, but it's because he was shortchanged from that project. Because initially, Maxwan was the one who was entrusted to take on the project and deliver it. But later on the way, Amqarol took the part, who traveled from Bungoma to Migori to orchestrate a meeting to call Liti and Sir Edward that this project should be given to Fello the boy, because Maxwan is cornering, is 50-50, not trusted. So that is the bone of contention. It's the same reasons why Maxwan never wanted to talk about that project, about the money heist. It's the same reason Amqarol never want, because their hands was into it. They were gagged never to speak any single squawk of fear. Now, the question that we should be asking ourselves, why have they decided to speak about it now? Now, Amqarol, this is how the analysis is being done. You bring the facts, the historical facts, the evidence, then you compare and contrast, then you give in the variance, then you give your opinion at the end. So there's a fact. These people were good with Fello the boy until Fello the boy came back to Amara camp, and Fello the boy publicly apologized to Amara. Things changed. I remember the video that Amqarol did castigating Fello the boy of having let her down, that the Luhya nations always don't apologize. I have no problem with the Luhya nations. We are the Shemejis. We marry to them, and our ladies get married to them. Are you there? That is it. Now you see. Now Amqarol has found the confidence to come in and talk about the issue of Fello the boy, because Fello the boy has long left from their camp. Fello the boy has long left from Maxwan's camp. Now they would talk about it. And to Maxwan is still holding a grudge because he was shortchanged of the project. Now, fair enough. Fire for fire. You shortchanged me from a project. Now you are coming to seek my help. To hell with it. There's no principle there at all. Maxwan is just doing what you call the betrayal. You betrayed me, I betray you. Scratch my back, I scratch your back. Because you are never good at me at once. Therefore, I'm not able to help you. So Sir Edward cannot be helped. Sir Edward has not even traveled to Kenya to come and see the project so that he gets to know whether the project is worth that money is saying to for the property to be sold or for it to be disposed of. And that's where the challenge is. And who will do it? So guys, what are you thinking about this video? How can we help Sir Edward going forward and Liti? Is there anything that Amqarol doesn't want to tell us about Fello the boy? Is it because of Fello the boy has changed tact and camp? This is now the time that they found it so warranted to speak about Fello the boy ills. Remember, when I'm bringing this issue forth, I had talked about the issue about the Fello the boy, which the facts still stand. They were only facts and have been invicted. I told you it was a scam, big time. And I still stand as a scam. Whether Fello the boy changed the tact, now is in Amara camp, doesn't warrant me off or to relift my assertions and my evidence that I had on Fello the boy. The fact still remains. The last time I checked, the issue was in court. I don't know the court finding. And it seems Sir Edward and Liti has been threatened. Remember the videos that Fello the boy used to do to bring the friends to threaten this guy? The guy has been threatened, and this guy cannot step to Nyabo Anze. And this is what now is causing depression. Whether Liti is sick or Sir Edward is sick, may God heal you. But it's quite unfortunate that this kind of happening at this magnitude. The problem is, like, you give trust to the hyenas. You give trust for those who people appeared so good to you. Yet they were long far with that goodness. They were never good in the first place. These are the things when Amara come and tell you and warn you people. You castigate Amara. Why are you warning people? Now you know where the lazy gang always castigate Amara, because Amara will come and tell you, don't deal with these people. And these are the things that Amqarol was in the forefront and was the one championing for Fello the boy to take up this kind of a project. Now you see, so sad. And that's the double speak. Until next time, this is Senior Zach.